This is a great image of a respectable, classy, beautiful woman.
For you to point out this well-dressed sister here to make me feel some type of way about myself becomes a problem.
Let me get you.
Reason I have never said I do is because I don't.
I've been married, and I couldn't sign up for bad sex.
Test drive.
So if we enter a relationship with anything that's about me, then I don't believe that we're ready.
Whether you're single, married, it's complicated, booed up, whatever your status is, single on a Saturday night is for you. I am Shelly Williams, Shelly Shell. I am your host, and I am single, no children, but I'm loving life, really I am. Who wants to go for? I'll start with him.
I am Alicia. I'm 36, single with 1 child.
What's up? I'm Chris, aka The Gentleman, married. I have 6, and I'm 41.
Michelle Renee. I am currently single, not married, a little booed up, a little something like that.
She's booed up. Okay, yeah, true so confessions now.
Hopefully a ring will be on it soon. We'll see.
Oh, I heard from the audience, how come your mother doesn't know? She just confessed that she's booed up.
I did just confess something.
Because the last show, she was weighing options. This show, she booed up. So things do move fast in 12-minute segments.
No.
I'm Charlie Mack. I have 7 children, and I'm engaged to be married very shortly. And yeah, that's who I am.
Well, I'm Danielle Patterson, and I have 4 associates, and they like kids. So there you go. And no actual children I gave birth to, but I had to raise them up in the way they should go every single day.
I'm David Scott. I'm the father of 2 that I have biologically and 1 I inherited, and they all girls, so I'm stressed out. So I need assistance.
I got 5 girls. 5 girls, 2 sons. Starting 5 with 2 subs.
Oh man. Yes, sir.
All right. Now, of course, I know you were watching the last show, because why would you watch anything else? Single on a Saturday night. We want to talk about marriage and the sex life. Have you ever thought about the fact that you get married and the sex life might stop, or how is your sex life?
I don't think about that at all, because again, I've been blessed to find women with an appetite such as mine, and I go to the smorgasbord all the time, you know what I mean? And they jump in the door before I get in the door, so we ain't gonna have a problem in that area.
Oh, no problems in that area. Is anybody else having a thought, like when it comes to marriage, that you just don't want to do it because the sex life is going to change, or
routine?
I think that's.
You don't want to fall into a routine.
Because it's routine.
Yeah, you get a little nervous because I want you to have the same fire you did to get me once we get married. I want to have that same thing. I want the variety within our relationship, but I always get nervous, like, are you still going to have the same attitude and the same drive and things to get me to this point? And now once we're there, are you going to say, oh, I'm comfortable, you got the same spot on the couch, the same mug you drink out of? I don't want all of that.
Well, no, I think you got to go, and you go pick her up from work. You got to hit it off right there when she get in the car. Boom.
With that.
No, I mean, come on, take it, pull it up. Listen, that's what I'm about to say. I was saying, it really is. Anybody that's afraid of it, then you take that step. You know what I mean? Be proactive instead of reactive, and you make it happen. You know what I mean? Because again, to me, I've had sex everywhere. Like I can't even think about it. Like everywhere. And I'm saying, people say, I don't know if it ain't the right. I'm saying if I'm at that point, then that's the right time. That's the right place. I've done it. I've owned a club, and I've had sex on the dance floor with the club being like totally packed.
Been there too. Yep, I've done that.
Packed. Okay.
There's the smoke coming up. When they let the smoke come up.
Hey.
When the smoke came up, I understand. I can relate to that.
Listen to me. Pool tables.
The
airplane. The tour bus. I mean, when I say everywhere, everywhere.
Well, actually,
everywhere.
we played drinking games last night, so I know that a couple of ladies up here have had sex everywhere too.
Uh-oh.
But I'm not supposed to tell you because if it happened, you know, while you was drinking vodka, it's supposed to stay where you were drinking vodka.
I do it on the natural though, because I don't smoke or drink.
Oh no.
So I'm all
no,
natural.
they told me about it because they were drinking vodka.
Oh.
Not they didn't do it while they were drinking vodka.
Oh, okay. So again, is it truth to that? It says Patron take you home and Grey Goose get you loose? Because I don't drink, so is that true?
Yeah, probably.
Is that true? Who said yeah?
I said yeah.
Is that true?
No, that was me.
Yeah, we know about it.
Really? Really?
Get you loose in the restaurant too, don't it?
Yeah. Okay. Is it truth to that?
Yeah, it's truth to that.
Grey Goose get you loose and Patron take you home.
Probably. Yeah.
Patron take you home. You mean with a man? Just random?
Yeah, with a man.
Not random.
Well, no,
Not random. I'm saying it could be your dude.
Well, I'm gonna say that for myself, no. I think it depends on the woman because I think that typically when you're talking about the alcohol, it just loses the inhibition.
All your ambitions, right?
What you already
exactly.
do.
Exactly.
It doesn't, what you already were going to do.
Right.
Because me, if I'm going to just sit up and I'm going to drink the fifth of Patron, it don't matter. I decided I was going to drink the fifth of Patron. But if I decided that I was going to take you home, we ain't need the fifth of Patron.
We're going to
So
go ahead
you
and take
say
it
when it
home.
comes to sex, everybody has a stage name then. You got a stage name?
We've already told you that y'all ain't ready for all this right here.
All of that. That's it. All of that. I personally, I'm sorry.
Okay, coming back to the original question, I think the things that you said sound very good and excellent. However, speaking to someone who has had sex with the same man for 21 years, you can only have sex on the dance floor so many times. That's going to get old after a while too. So my advice, you have to look at your relationship through peaks and valleys. You got to take the good, you got to take the bad. Everyone likes it when it's good. Everyone takes those vows for better or for worse, but how many of us hang in there for worse? You know what I'm saying? There were times we had sex 5, 6, 7 times a day, but guess what? We might not have sex for 5 or 6 days now. You know what I'm saying?
So you're recharging the battery.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I just want to get away from him for a while to get some time to miss him. So when you get married, it doesn't necessarily mean that the fire goes out, that you don't want it. But like I said, I know for me, I never get hungry and never get thirsty because before when I was single, I had a chance to build up that I wantedness, but
appetite.
if it's in the bed with me every day, just forced down my, not literally.
Take that.
That's what I'm talking about.
She said it right.
Okay. When
That's why she got her husband for 21 years.
Available to me and it's given to me when I don't even ask for it, sometimes I don't have an opportunity to desire it. So to do something different will wait.
Can I say something again? Fortunately, I'm saying again, I don't know what other people's circumstances are, but for me, because again, the career path I chose, it allows me to travel, right? So again, me being away, they say absent makes the heart grow fonder, right? So again, so I think that even if you can't do that, right? If you could say if you got 2 or 3 bedrooms in your house, maybe sometimes I'm saying y'all don't sleep together. You know what I mean? I know after one night, I'm like, okay, where's she at? So again, I know for me traveling for 2-3 weeks at a time, I'm like, I can't wait to get back. I'm like, when you come home, don't go to work. Go to work late. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna go get it, then you can go to work. You know what I mean? Put me to sleep first, then you can go to work. But in terms of being in the home, 9 to 5, if you can. Somebody can sleep downstairs. Somebody can sleep. This again to create that space.
Mr. Mack already got a room down the hall.
Okay, well there you go.
Look, he done took over that room too. I was stayed out too long. He came and got me down there.
Listen to me. I'm telling you, like back in the day, that's what they used to do. They would live in the same home, but they would sleep in separate rooms. Again, like you're saying, if it's around you all the time, it's like I talked about that banana boat. It's like. It was like I had it so much. It was right there. I didn't like it no more. I only desired it because I couldn't put my hands on it. You know what I mean? So again, absent makes the heart grow fonder. So
my issue, and I'll be transparent. It's been a month and a half for me. I'm married. Been married for 5 years. Been together for 6 years. And the issue with me is whenever I'm ready to get to going, my 5-month-old starts to cry. Then I put her to sleep. Then whenever I get ready to start going again, here come my 3-year-old coming in the room. Mommy, daddy. So it's hard. It's hard. I mean, and I'm like you don't. I love macaroni and cheese, but I don't want to eat it every single day. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if it's good, I want it.
Yeah, because I'm an obsessive extremist. Like I like stuff done the same way all the time. I could do it for 5 years at a time. Clearly, that's who I am. Once I like something, people say, you want a chicken, grilled chicken on the George Foreman grill every day? Yes. Like, what's the hard? That's what I want.
What you want?
Period. Once I got used to that taste, I love it that way. I don't want you to touch it. Period. That's it. That's how I am. Most people, I mean, people.
Babysitter to have a play night.
You don't have a.
Oh no! I'm saying again. I mean, with kids, I'm saying you can work around.
Yeah,
them,
I'm just saying. Sometimes you might have to get like a babysitter to have an adult night, a play night with just you and your wife.
Put them in your car, take them for a ride. That's a clear way.
But it's so funny. Her mom watches our children, but because we're so tired, we'll go on a date night and come home and go right to sleep.
Well, no,
Or what happened is she'll say something or I'll say something, we get in an argument and we just go to bed.
Oh, but listen. Now listen.
But that's our night that we're supposed to be.
Now with that being, listen, I got a rule. Because I'm mad at you yesterday. I'm saying that don't mean we don't have sex. And we both agree with that. You know what I mean? Like clearly, like the best sex to me is being mad and the makeup sex. The best.
My first daughter was conceived. Listen, it's funny. My first daughter.
I'll start a fight just for that.
My daughter, my 3-year-old was conceived. My 3-year-old was conceived when I was mad at her.
Yeah, there you go.
She took it from me. I was asleep. Next thing I know, I'm like this.
There you go.
And my daughter was conceived.
Yeah, there you go. See?
But
yeah, but what I'm telling you, it's great.
Oh, this is Single on a Saturday Night. We're gonna go to a break when we come back. So I want to talk about. So you actually lived together before you're getting married?
Yes.
So we're gonna talk about that when we come back.
I'll drive the car first before I purchase it.
Thank you. Nobody ever believes me.
You always say
now we can actually agree on one thing.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
So when we come back, we agreeing. All right. Single on a Saturday Night.
Special thanks to Q's Hair Boutique, located at 5815 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, PA. Q's Hair Boutique is a full-service salon providing the star treatment for any occasion. Please don't look any further for your next hair appointment. Call Q's Hair Boutique. That's 215-668-9800. In true celebrity fashion, Austin Photography snapped beautiful candidates of all the Single on a Saturday Night group. Austin Fine Photography is located at 4221 Main Street. If you would like to feel like a star, please call Austin Fine Photography at 267-297-7895. This program is brought to you by the following sponsors. Do you want to advertise your product or your service or your event right here in between the hottest show in America? Give us a call at 215-843-1984. Give us a call. If everything's a go, we'll have your commercial advertised on the next show.
And sisters, this is Pastor Michael Heath, Senior Pastor of Living Waters Ministries in Collindale, Pennsylvania, with your 1-minute inspirational segment for Urban Expressions. The Bible tells us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, which simply means that God has created each and every one of us as individuals. We're not like anybody else. We're not supposed to be like anybody else. That's why when you look around, there's nobody that looks like you. There's nobody that's quite like you. It's not a mistake that you are a one of a kind. So what God wants you to do is to build a relationship with Him, not based on what others think of you, but based on who you are. So come on out to Living Waters, where we try to create an atmosphere where everybody is able to be themselves, able to be an individual, able to engage in that place with Christ. It doesn't matter where you've been, what you've done. I say every Sunday that God never stops loving you. So it's just a matter of coming to a place where we can communicate with Him. So join us every Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m., Living Waters Ministries. We worship in the main sanctuary of the Collindale First Church of the Nazarene, 212 McDade Boulevard, Collindale, Pennsylvania. Check us out online at www.livingwaterspa.org. I want to see you in the place as we engage in this journey together. Come to Living Waters and let the wave overtake you.
Help us, help support us, and introduce yourself and your product.
Hi, my name is Desiree Langford, and I'm from Nayez Boutique, where I sell all accessories you need to accessorize yourself, along with some custom-made items. I make custom-made shirts and tutus.
You said in tutus?
Yes.
Okay. Is tutus the new fashion?
Yes, it is. I mean, if you watch a lot of the videos, you see Nicki Minaj and the OMG girls. And I mean, of course, it's, something that was classic. It's for the ballerinas. So, I market myself with their products to everybody. The daycares, all the little kids have these upcoming birthday parties. They give the ballerinas at the dance studios a new look. Anyone who wants it, and whoever wants to mimic Nicki Minaj or OMG girls for their 16th birthday party, I rent them out as decorations for things as well. So I just did a Sweet 16 last week where someone rented all my tutus and we hung them from the ceiling. So, it's a lot of things I can do with the product.
Thank you so much for coming out to Single and Set. Did you have a good time?
Yes, I did. It was very interesting, and I would love to attend next month.
Thank you so much. Don't forget to check her out. She has tutus. Welcome back to Single on a Saturday night right here at Kid Gray's Seafood and Steak Restaurant in the historical Darby, PA. We'd like to thank everybody who helps us put the show together. That's Dr. Shock, Austin Fine Photography, DJ Romy Rome, 88.1 every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. And of course, Q's Hair Boutique, 5815 North Broad Street. But we were talking about trying it out, riding that pony, riding it before we buying it and all that kind of stuff.
I just noticed how you just had to bring it graphic. We got to ride it, just not try it. All of us, just go ahead, do your thing, girl.
Oh, right. I don't know, it just came to my head.
I got
I had a visual.
Flashback.
I had a anyway, so riding it before you try. I want to know, really, you said you were talking about that. I don't know. But
no, I definitely, there's no way on this planet that I can actually say I'm going to be with somebody for the rest of my life and not know that they can please me and I can please them in every which way, mentally, sexually, spiritually, financially. I'm just everything. I want to know clearly what it is I'm getting. I'm saying put it all on the table. Let me look at it and say, okay, I want that, I want that, I want that, and I don't want that. I just want to know, like, clear. I have to know. Like, I have to know. Again, because my sexual appetite is on another level. I ain't saying different from anybody else, but mine's at another level. Totally.
Well,
totally.
I'm not saying whether I agree or disagree, but did never somebody else had an opinion on that?
I'm saying, how sad would you be, again, if you hooked up with a guy, right? He was courting you, right? And y'all get there on the wedding night, and you like, oh my God.
No,
Did you see the movie Hangover 2?
No, I didn't.
You ain't see it? Okay. The Asian guy, yesterday, I'm saying, they open up on the shot of him, they like, what is that? And they plucking it, and it comes out, and, it's like, like this, like a thimble. Come on, Shelly. You would be, you'd be like, God, I love you.
No, wait, you're right. I did. I was in that situation.
No,
I was engaged, and I was in that situation.
Right.
And then when I saw it, I didn't try it, but I did see it.
Right.
And I said, God, this is not what I asked for. I said,
I wanted the Bentley.
I was very specific in my instructions on what I wanted.
Absolutely.
And I was like, this is not what I asked for. So I said, okay, God, if this is the man you gave me, so I'm supposing that when we get married, it's going to be good. You're going to make it good or something?
Well, maybe it was the answer was that he wasn't the one you were supposed to marry.
Exactly.
Maybe that's not the one that God sent you. And if you didn't go and check the package out, you wouldn't have known.
You're right.
Then you would have been married.
About that.
Apparently he wasn't because she ain't with
when you go to the department store, right? Listen, this is the thing. When you go to the department store, right? They have a room where you can try the clothes on. If you take them home and choose to purchase it without going into, that's your fault. That's the way I say it. Yeah, you can take it back, but again, I'm saying, yeah, but you can't. Again, you already did it. You've already
got a restocking fee.
Right. You know what I mean? And you're gonna lose part. You go up the percentage of the money. You're gonna lose about 20% on that too.
But we were taught, and I'm not saying right or wrong. We were just always taught honestly. It was just beat into our head.
Right.
Don't have sex before marriage. Don't have sex. It was so beat into my head.
It was beat into your head.
My head.
Because I tell you all the time, my mama told me and my grandmama told me, you try it before you buy it. My other aunts told me, baby, it's a pole rabbit that only got one hole. So you're supposed to have options. That's the way I was raised. That's what I was taught. So maybe that's because somebody was teaching you. And I told you over and over again, the reason that our mother told me, she came in a different generation, which is where you needed this man. The whole goal was to run out and get married. They married the first train smoking because that's what you did straight out of high school. It was, the Vietnam War. Everybody was trying to get them a husband before they came back with broke hips or blown up and get some pensions. And what happened? 10, 15 years later, those same women were getting divorced or the husbands were dead. And what happened? They found them some man that they didn't feel like they had to marry and found their first orgasm.
And
so then what happened? Now I done wasted 20 years of having sex for no reason.
You know what? I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna be real honest, and I'm not an advocate of one or the other, but I will be honest. Majority of the marriages that fail in the church is because of sex. it's because of sex. Because in the church, they don't teach you. There's a scripture that says the marriage bed is undefiled. But then you have some pastors, some spiritual leaders that teach their women, oral sex is a sin, or this is a sin. Whatever pleases your mate, that's what you're supposed to do.
No, you know what? I was at a church, and I'm not going to say the church. It was a really, really big church. They said he was doing a whole thing on sex before marriage, and the sex thing. He said that anal was not good. Christians wasn't supposed to do it. He said because it's made for an exit, not an entrance. So in my mind, honestly,
sodomy, Sodom and Gomorrah, the Lord burned down the whole place for that reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he was saying. But actually, in these churches,
the Sodom and Gomorrah piece was because of homosexuality. Exactly. It had nothing to do with men and being with the women. It had to do with having sex with animals and men having sex with men.
Yeah, barbaric acts.
Exactly. That's what it actually had to do with.
Right. Because to be real, the sole purpose of us being here, is to procreate. That's the only reason.
Exactly.
For no other reason. God put us here for that sole purpose. Right. So clearly they went against. See, what happens is, what we'll do is, you look at a tree, right? And that tree, the roots are, planted firmly, and then you see different branches going different ways. I'm saying the understanding and the teachings is one teaching, is just we choose to take it which way we want to take it. So again, I'm saying also purpose was man and woman to procreate.
I'm just back to the way you mean man and woman. I just wanted to make sure, because you just said the sole purpose was
the sole purpose of us being here is to procreate.
So the sole purpose
of man and woman to exist is to procreate. That's the sole purpose.
I'm just trying to understand, because like in my mind, I've disassociated this. You're saying that the sole purpose of man and woman to be together is to procreate, or the sole purpose
for us to exist.
Okay, I just need to let me finish my question so I can understand it. So the sole purpose of Danielle Patterson here today is to procreate.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not my words.
Okay.
It's not my words. It's God's words. That's what He said. So again, I always tell people. I always say this to people. I say, if you have an issue with it, because I deal with homosexuality and lesbianism, I don't make no excuses. I'm unapologetic. I don't associate it with it. I'm not about it. Anything. Again, it's an abomination. I'm saying to you that God put man here for woman, put woman here for man to procreate. Period. Not for me to be Charlie Mack, this guy that's doing these community, events and this. He put me here to extend life. Period.
So what happens if your seed doesn't work and you can't procreate, or or you're born without ovaries,
I just told you
they can't have a baby?
Again,
so they were perfect.
I just told you, if you have any issues with it, then you talk to God.
I'm just asking.
I'm dumb, deaf, and I'm blind. I'm telling you what I know from God.
Well, if you're espousing the word, you should be able to explain it to me.
I just told you.
If I have questions, you should be able to explain it.
And I said, I guess what I said. I said yes. You said so. My sole purpose for being here is to procreate, and I said yes.
And I'm asking you to espouse on it, because you're speaking in such absolute. So I'm just trying to ask about.
Guess what? Remember I told you I said he ain't the author of confusion? He made it very clear. That's the reason. That's the purpose.
We have a question in the audience. Yes. Hey, we'll turn it on.
Please put a mic on.
I hope you ain't got no ovary issues, because clearly you ain't got no purpose on the world.
My purpose for the world has already been given. I have two.
Thank God. God bless you.
Okay. So as far as my ovary issues, they are done as well too.
There we go.
So no more issues. But my
wait a minute. So once we can't do it anymore, should we just lay down and die?
Again, I don't want to say that. I want to say that again. If you have any issues outside of that,
excuse me.
Yes,
my question goes back to Chris. Okay, I'm understanding the issues that you are having at home at this point, and what we know of people coming to the church when the sex is no longer there within the marriage. You being of God and in the church, who are you going to help you with the issues that may be going on at home?
You know, that's a good question, because I often ask myself, I can help everybody else out, but my issues, who do I go to? You know, every spiritual leader is supposed to have a spiritual leader that they can go to. But the issue is, what spiritual leader are you going to trust that you know that's not going to go back and tell everybody else? You know, my first person I go to was God. You know, I go to God first. But though I do have boys or friends that are, spiritual leaders that I can go and I can talk to. Now, I mean, I can either take their advice or I can let their advice go. You know, it's up to me. You know, my wife is also a spiritual leader, but it seems like the spiritual leaders have the most issues, because
that's who the devil work on, most of the time.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
Exactly. So, I mean, yes, we're spiritual leaders are supposed to have other spiritual leaders that they go to, that they can trust, that they can talk to answer your question.
I'm sorry, we're at the end of this segment, but we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back with Michelle, Monica. Did you say you had a question? Okay. Okay, Michelle, Monica, we're gonna get to the audience questions. This is Single on a Saturday night right here at Kia Gray's Seafood and Steak Restaurant. We'll be right back. You come back here. Come back here.
Special thanks to Q's Hair Boutique, located at 5815 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, PA. Q's Hair Boutique is a full-service salon providing the star treatment for any occasion. Please don't look any further for your next hair appointment. Call Q's Hair Boutique. That's 215-668-9800. In true celebrity fashion, Austin Photography snapped beautiful candidates of all the Single on a Saturday Night group. Austin Fine Photography is located at 4221 Main Street. If you would like to feel like a star, please call Austin Fine Photography at 267-297-7895. This program is brought to you by the following sponsors. Do you want to advertise your product or your service or your event right here in between the hottest show in America? Give us a call at 215-843-1984. Give us a call. If everything's a go, we'll have your commercial advertised on the next show.
Brothers and sisters, this is Pastor Michael Heath, Senior Pastor of Living Waters Ministries in Collindale, Pennsylvania, with your 1-minute inspirational segment for Urban Expressions. The Bible tells us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, which simply means that God has created each and every one of us as individuals. We're not like anybody else. We're not supposed to be like anybody else. That's why when you look around, there's nobody that looks like you. There's nobody that's quite like you. It's not a mistake that you are a one of a kind. So what God wants you to do is to build a relationship with Him, not based on what others think of you, but based on who you are. So come on out to Living Waters, where we try to create an atmosphere where everybody is able to be themselves, able to be an individual, able to engage in that place with Christ. It doesn't matter where you've been, what you've done. I say every Sunday that God never stops loving you. So it's just a matter of coming to a place where we can communicate with Him. So join us every Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m., Living Waters Ministries. We worship in the main sanctuary of the Collindale First Church of the Nazarene, 212 McDade Boulevard, Collindale, Pennsylvania. Check us out online at www.livingwaterspa.org. I want to see you in the place as we engage in this journey together. Come to Living Waters and let the wave overtake you.
Single on a Saturday night right here at Kia Gray's Seafood and Steak Restaurant, 10 North 9th Street, Darby, PA. We'd like to thank everyone who helps us put the show together. That's DJ Romy Rome, aka Put One, every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Q's Hair Boutique, 5815 North Broad Street. And of course, Dr. Shock and Austin Fine Photography. And always, Howard Gilliam Jr., the man that just keeps on giving. Anyway, we're still coming in. Michelle has a question.
Sort of like a comment back to where y'all were saying that does the sex go dry once y'all get married? Well, I think once I do get married, it's not going to get dry because I'm a very fun person, you know, especially in the house, and I'm fun with the person. That's why I need to be married, because I like doing things, so I need to be married. So I would say role play with their man. If your man's not into it, if your woman is not into it, surprise them with it, you know. While you're cooking, put your apron on, be butt naked, you know, and he walk in the house and see that, that's not going to turn him on, you know. As far as Chris, drop your kids on.
How many people say? That's what I said. How many people say that?
Right, but I'm just saying, listen.
I don't think they get old though. I don't think they ever get old.
Right,
for the man.
That's gonna not
that's
get
not
old.
Gonna never get old.
That's
never ever gonna get old. Listen,
Never,
for you it will, but it's never gonna get old. If I come in the house and you butt naked with an apron on, that's just sexy on so many levels.
Right, you're pleasing him.
The hills? Baby oil down? Baby oil down? Baby oil down? Yeah, that's a good look.
You know, role play. You know, have a blonde wig on. He's like, who the heck is this? Like, it's me. I'm not here. Chris, drop your kids off at the church. You know.
Wait a minute, you better watch it.
I just wanted to make a quick comment too, not to get real deep into it, but if you have a man on a man or a woman on a woman, you can't have a child, and that's basically what he's saying. It's without getting really deep into it. If you're in a relationship with somebody, I can't be with another woman and have a child.
That's true.
So that's what that kind of taps
Absolutely.
on. But the comment that I wanted to make to Chris is that, like you said, you're both leaders in the church, and before it even fizzles or it gets worse or somebody may step in or whatever and try to fulfill that need and stuff like that, when do you make that line to know, okay, honey, we gotta go talk to somebody, we gotta, you know what I mean? When do you make that as a couple to say, hey, we gotta do this? Because
well, the issue with us is really not an argument issue. It's not really between us. It's really a time issue. And when it's getting ready to happen, the children pops up, or we're just so doggone tired that we just do nothing but go to sleep. So it's really not that type of issue where it's like, okay, we need to go talk to somebody because we're done.
But you don't think that it may become that issue? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you prevent it so it don't? Because you'll have somebody that may, oh, for real, hey, honey.
Well, I mean, I've had that.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I think I'm a handsome joker.
See how he's rubbing his face? You see what I'm saying? Look. All it took was a touch. It just took a touch. A touch.
I think I'm a handsome joker. So I mean, I get women coming at me. Plus, I got the eyes and I sing. So it is what it is. But I know. See, the type of wife I have. She knows how I am. She knows I'm a flirt. I can flirt with every woman in here. She could be sitting right here. She'll look at me like, boy, you crazy.
I'd have hit you by
I have a comment. But see, that's the type of relationship we have. That's why me and her, this is the longest relationship I've ever had, and this is the longest relationship she's ever had. Because she flirts. Okay. We can be in a restaurant. And our waitress can be real fine. She will tell me to flirt with the waitress so we can get a discount.
That's a rider. I like that. I like that. What's a rider? That's good.
Team.
Listen. Wait, hold on. Jason.
I have a quick comment.
Jason move and then tomorrow.
Look, I'm a veteran. I've been in the game for a while. Been doing this for a while. This is the time you have to sacrifice. You chose to have the children. That's part of the package. It's not going to last forever. You're going to get to a zone where your kids are going to be watching themselves while you go out and enjoy yourself. And that's when you get the payback. So you got to be patient and absorb that sacrifice to your relationship. Now, if you and her are truly nuts about each other, like Charlie says, you'll find a way to get it in wherever you at, in some way, shape, or form. She had an obvious, you go get a babysitter, you have that night out. But the bottom line is right now you have to sacrifice, and you have to just make time for it, and just get it in where you can, because later on it's going to pay off.
And with that said, we're going to end this show. We're going to come back. We're going to hear from Christopher. We're going to hear from Tamara. But you know what? This is the time. We've had a great time with Charlie Mack. I
had a great time.
When we come back, he is going to be a married man. So, this is the last hurrah as a single man. What? Anyway, so any last words on your?
You know what? I'm saying, people said that, and I used to be the person talking about live man. I said dead men walking. I ain't looking at it like that. I'm looking at it like this is a new day, new opportunity, new life. It's a great day. So again, I'm going from the darkness to the lightness. So I'm happy.
And if every man would look at marriage like that, we might have some good marriages. Anyway, this is Single on a Saturday Night. We'd like to thank everybody that helps us put the show together. Q's Hair Boutique, Austin Fine Photography, Kia Graves, and
don't forget about Issues, a shoe-tique on 60th and Sampson, the big pink building that satisfies all your little girly needs and wants.
And we've had some great girly needs. Anyway, this Single on Saturday Night. We will see you next week. It's going to be hot. This is where you need to be, right here. Comcast 66, Verizon 29. Here you go.